Hurts out. Deebo out. Lamar Jackson out. Kenneth Walker news. Oh my. We've got a jam-packed show ready for you for Week 17, Friday, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. edition. Yeah, we went live earlier on an emergency live stream because we had breaking Jalen Hurts news. Your boy Smitty goes live whenever there's breaking news because I work for you. And we're here live doing it again like we do every single 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, the Fantasy Football Show. It begins right now. James, Ron Navy, Peanut Butter and Jelly first in the building. Let's get it.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
It is baked in, boys. Appreciate you all filing in. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Show. My name is Smitty. I am your guide, your host, your soldier, your, I don't know, whatever you want me to be, because I work for you. And I'm here to break the news for you every single day. And if you're new to this channel and you're like, hey, what's this guy doing? What's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's he think he is? Well, you'll pitch your tent and make this your home. I guarantee it. Just give us a chance. Nobody goes live more than your boy Smitty. And I'm here to break the news for you every single day, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we've got quite a bit to talk about here walking into this week number 17 Friday show where we've got Jalen Hurts out. We got that news earlier, and we went live on that. Separate live stream, but we'll talk about it briefly here. He's out. Doubtful to out. Minshue's starting. I mean, it's pretty much guaranteed that Minshue's playing this one out. And I think that, if for any reason the Eagles lose Week 17, I think they run Jalen out in Week 18. But we'll see. We'll see. They want that one win out of these next two games to guarantee home field advantage walking through the playoffs. So it's an important game, but they believe they can win it with Gardner Minshew. And it's a shame for all the Jalen Hurts owners out there because you are left hanging at the end of the day. So it sucks. It sucks, but it is what it is. We move on. We march on. You got to back up your quarterback. It's the most important position on your team next year. If you didn't do it this year, you need to do it next year. Ravens ruled out Lamar Jackson. He's out for Week 17. Unfortunately, we've got some news here that I think is brewing because Colt McCoy was ruled out again. And now they're going to the second janitor on the roster to make a start. Not even McSorley. They're going to the backup of the backup of the backup. And now, all of a sudden, DeAndre Hopkins is questionable for Week 17 with the knee injury. This smells to me an awful lot like maybe a scratch. And that the Cardinals are like, let's keep our boys healthy. Because what are they fighting for anyway? So keep an eye on this situation. For a lot of you that have DeAndre Hopkins questions, it could change based on all that going on there in Arizona. A complete avoid. Falcons players are probably a really good play from London to Algier. I don't know about Ritter, but we'll say that if you're in desperation mode, who knows? I think London has a great day. I think London has probably a 90 to 100 yard game and a touchdown, assuming everything's good with him. I think Algier probably gets a total of 100 yards and maybe a real strong shot at a score. And the Cardinals get worked over very, very badly in this contest. Bronco wide receiver Jerry Jeudy is expected to play Week 17 against the Chiefs. So if you've got him and no better options, you're firing him up. This news right here, Lockett is expected to play week number 17 after one missed game with the finger and the surgery. Pretty incredible, as Ian Rappaport emphasizes. So that's that news there. We've got this right here. Yep, this is the Colt McCoy won't play week number 17. And DeAndre Hopkins experienced knee issues during practice. It smells like a scratch to me. And then our two Seattle pieces of news here. One of them is good, one of them is bad. Bad, I guess, if you're playing him. I wouldn't be playing him anyway, but Marquise Goodwin, wrist shoulder, was downgraded to doubtful for week 17, so don't even consider playing him. And then all this negative news, and now Kenny Walker's on the screen. Don't show it to me, Smitty. You've given me nothing but negative news the entire show. Don't show it to me. Pete Carroll said Kenny Walker ankle expected to play week 17. That's right. Kenny Walker suiting up for week 17. And in fact, Pete Carroll did a little belly laugh, a little chuckle poo. And he said, is Walker playing? He's going to have fresh legs. So that sounds like you're firing him up to the moon. Sounds like a moon mission to me for Kenny Walker in week number 17. Fire him up. Kenny Walker to the moon. In fact, where's our Kenny Walker clip?
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
Lightsaber swinging Skywalker indeed. Fire Kenny Walker up and get him out there. Fire up your pancake stack.
The stack above all stacks. It's time to drop the pancake emojis in the live chat.
Fire them all. Let's go. Let's go Skywalker. Let's go Jamar Chase. Let's go T. Our little T Higgins. Let's go T. Couple good questions in the chat already. B-Rob breakout game. Gibby's out. B-Rob's in. So feeling like a pretty good day for B-Rob on the horizon. Walker to the moon. Absolutely moonshot again for our boy.
To the moon.
Kenny Walker. We know that it is time. It is time for Kenny to rise. Ramondre Stevenson good to go as far as we know, but who knows what kind of doghouse situation he's sitting in, bro. You know, we don't know. We have no idea if he's in the doghouse or not. We have no clue. Pancake stack emojis coming in from James. Appreciate you. Got the pancake stack in the final. Attaboy, Kenny P. Kenny P, you need to come around more often. You've been kind of missing in action for a while, and we love seeing you in here. Start Dobbins, White, Dotson, or Hollywood. Hollywood now, as if this is an intriguing. Oh, maybe Hopkins is out. Maybe Hollywood. Look, I'm not going near this Cardinals situation. I mean, Hopkins is a good desperation play if Hopkins is out. I'm sorry, Hollywood's a great desperation play if Hopkins is out. But that's not exciting. Like, Dobbins and White are better than going Hollywood with the janitor's apprentice in the lineup for week number 17. Not even the janitor's playing. It's the janitor's apprentice. The janitor's replacement is playing. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? These Cardinals, my Cardinals look absolutely putrid. And I'm going to keep bringing up the news because there's all kinds of news going. We got a flicker on the screen, but it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out what's going on that. But let's go. I'm going to keep refreshing news. We got news all day long that's been kind of trickling in. We've been waiting on some bigger news to drop all day, and it finally did but we're probably going to hear a second confirmation on the Jalen Hurts is going to sit week 17. Right now, it is basically that he is doubtful to out, but he's not playing. He's not playing. All right, and I don't want to hear any Blau questions. Do I start Blau? Blau is going to blow. Blow's gonna blow. He's got the Arizona Cardinals starting a janitor named Blau. He's gonna blow. What a bad name. Watch him be a monster. Jake with a super chat. PPR Zay Jones or Mike Evans. Give me Mike Evans, but I want Zay in there. I want both of them in there. I really do like Zay Jones this week, but I don't know that I'm sitting Mike Evans. I know he's been very disappointing. Touchdown call back in week 15. Wide open touchdown. If they just snapped the ball, he would have walked in week 17. He's being used. He's not like he's not on the field. He's frustrated. I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. We're all frustrated, but it's like Evans is that 2 TD capable guy. I like Zay a lot. I do. Zay has been inconsistent too, so it's not like Zay's some untouchable, statue of consistency. So he's got inconsistency to worry about too. I'd probably go Mike Evans. Mike Evans. Pacheco or Swift. Very, very tough call between those two. Pacheco's a tiny bit safer. Swift has more upside. What are you going to do? Fire him up. Fire him up if you want to roll that dice just a little bit with the good old Swift. Let's see here. Hey, Smitty, Mike Blau is starting this week. He's a sleeper start. Oh, God, Ty. Yeah, it's like he didn't listen to the whole beginning of the show. It's like Ty just showed up and wants to know what I think of Blau. He's going to blow, bro. He's going to blow hard. Purdy or Rodgers? I'm going to go... Wouldn't that be amazing if Blau was a fantastic play? Like, wouldn't it be amazing if the Cardinals had a guy that could come in and take over Kyler's job? Maybe the janitor's apprentice is something special. Let's hope there's a Kurt Warner hiding in Blau. Let's just hope there's a Kurt Warner hiding in Blau for the Cardinals' sake. Purdy or Rodgers? I'm going Purdy for steady Eddie, Rodgers for maybe a tad bit more upside but more risk. Hi, Smitty. In a dynasty final, would you send away Brees in Hollywood for CMC and Keenan Allen? This all depends on how much cash money's on the line for you. Like if you're guaranteed to win a big wad of cash and you're still getting CMC next year, who's arguably in the top 5 for redraft. In Dynasty, of course, he's going to be a lot lower than Brees, but, some might not even feel that strongly about that. I mean, if you could win cash money, give me the CMC and Keenan Allen. Brees is recovering from a torn ACL. You don't really even know how he's going to be year one coming off the ACL. I believe he'll probably have a good recovery, but that's conjecture. That's just me speculating, educated guessing. I have no idea. No one has an idea as to how quickly and fast and successfully he will respond to his ACL recovery. But give me the cash money CMC Keenan Allen side. If you are pretty much in a position to win some money. London or Knight non-PPR. Non-PPR makes it an interesting question. If it was PPR, London would be the smash. I probably lean toward. I like both. They're pretty even in a non-PPR setting. In PPR, it'd be London, but they're very close. I think in a non. Why are you playing non-PPR? Why are you playing non-PPR, Ty? Your grandma plays. I think your grandma even plays 0.5 PPR, Ty. Your grandma plays 0.5 PPR, and you're playing non-PPR. Aaron Jones, White, B-Rob, or London. Safety says B-Rob. London's high risk, high reward in PPR, unless you're playing in grandma's league, which is 0.5, or you're playing in Ty's league, which is 0 PPR. Hero, $2 hauler mistake to start Dylan over Kamara. No. Not a mistake. There's concern that Kamara's head's not in it, He's got a lot going on the off the field. Appreciate you, Lee. He's got a lot going on off the field, on the field. I don't know if his life is more in shambles on the field than off the field. So, I mean, Dylan's safer. He just is. And I didn't want anyone to draft Kamara this year. But I will admit that I've been on the don't bench him if you've drafted him, if you've made your bed, sleep in it train, and honestly it hasn't been working out well. So take a lap on me to tell you to stick to your pick, but I mean, you drafted him, you've got to play him. It's kind of like Mike Evans, like you have him, you've got to play him. And then reassess next year and not draft players that have huge red flags and risk factors like Kamara, like I told you not to draft him, like Mike Evans, who was a decent grab at the right ADP. But there are players like Deontay Johnson, Michael Pittman, who people drafted so high, and I said, no, don't do it. There's too many red flags. There are guys I said to draft that did bad. So I'm not saying I hit everything. I said draft Javonte with a smile in round 2. Javonte got hurt. It is what it is. We're going to circle back. We're going to learn from all these mistakes, my mistakes, your mistakes, collectively all of our mistakes. And we're going to come in strong in 2023. And we're going to be, I got the hiccups, and we're going to be completely dominant. Purdy or Herbert? Probably Purdy safer. Hurts. PPR is the most fraudulent lie of league setting. Imagine catching a pass for -5 yards and getting 1 point. Ha. Couldn't be me. Take a lap. Oh God. Ty Lee doesn't know how to read a room. I really believe that. Ty, I still appreciate you, but I mean, unreal, bro. I don't even know what to say to someone like this. Okay, Ty. Go get him, Ty. You got it all figured out. Me take a lap. You take a lap.
Take a lap.
Bro, the whole world plays PPR. You're watching a show geared toward PPR right now. Laughs. The laugh's not on this side of the fence. You say ha. Ty Lee, where's it at? You say, where's it at? You say ha, but you're watching a show geared around PPR. I gear everything around PPR. So the joke can't possibly be on me because you're watching the PPR show and you love it. And you love every bit of it, Ty. You know you love it. Ty, admit it. You love my PPR show, Ty. You love it. You can't get enough of it. And I appreciate that. And that's why I like Ty. That's why Ty and I kind of get along a little bit. Partly. Which defense, Chiefs, Giants, or Jaguars? Yeah, 0.5 PPR is becoming a standard, not because it's smart or better, but because the DFS and best ball realms are going 0.5 to meet in the middle. What's up, Bap? They're going to meet in the middle. So, I personally like PPR better, but you got to get used to the non-PPR or the 0.5 PPR because it's here to stay because of the best ball and the DFS sites. Evans or Dotson? I'd probably go Evans. Which defense? Chiefs, Giants, or Jaguars? I like the Jaguars this week. I like the Chiefs a lot this week. I like all these defenses. The New York Football Giants against the Colts. I mean, that's a really tasty matchup. But Russell Wilson looked awful, and this is in KC. Part of me wants to go KC. I say KC's your higher risk, higher reward play. And then Jacksonville and New York Giants are probably very similar for the safer calls. I don't know. Someone give a vote here for Dominic's question because these defenses are all very, very, very close. I mean, very close, bro. Very close. I mean, super, super close. Stevenson or B-Rob, give me Stevenson. Give me Stevenson. Ziggy, show me the backyard, which is technically the front yard. Ziggy's all backwards. The little one ain't happy. Ziggy, off. We're going to pretend we didn't hear that. Someone's going to ask for help. Bap, you hear that? Okay, Ian. PPR, who at flex? B-Rob, Akers, Dobbs, or Olave? Give me B-Rob. Give me B-Rob. Akers isn't bad if Christian Watson sits. Dobbs is an argument, no question about it, but I'm going B-Rob, who's got no Gibson, getting all the volume. Let's go. Giants votes, Giants, a lot of Giants votes. Wildo, Algier, Foreman, ETN, Swift, Latavius Murray. I'm probably going to go with ETN as my locked and loaded number one of this crew. And then I'm probably going Algier against the beat-up, horrible, pathetic Cardinals situation. You know what I'm saying, broski? Ian, appreciate you with your super chat. B-Rob again is the answer. I don't know if let's see here. Did I get Hero's question? Hero said mistake to go Dylan. No, I got his. Thank you, Hero, for your super chat. Let's open up the phone lines, shall we?
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Purdy or Danny Dimes? Give me Purdy. Purdy steady Eddie to me. Stevenson or Moss? Stevenson by a mile, unless we hear some kind of crazy news, bro. Deebo. Oh, before we get on, Deebo out for week 17. My boy Raj broke that earlier. Per Kyle Shanahan. And let's see here. Purdy. Which 2 out of these 5? Let's see here. 2 out of these 5 players. Zay Jones, Darren Waller, Chris Olave, James Cook, DPJ. Which 2? Probably Zay and Olave, assuming Olave plays. Those are the most talented out of the bunch, bro. Flex question, Algier, Mike Williams, Uncle Lenny, or London. I'm quietly liking London, but Algier's your steady Eddie play. Mike Williams is a little higher risk, but a little more upside, and then London's your similar Algier steady Eddie type pick. Bro, those you're gonna get this wrong 9 times out of 10 because you got a group of really good players that are fighting for respect in this like almost higher than flex label here in category. Algier's pretty safe. Mike Williams is going to get you 4 or he's going to get you 22. London feels like a lock for 10, 11, 12. Algier just got just a little bit more upside potentially. I mean, bro, you can't really, that's one of those questions where like at the end of the day, they're probably going to score very similar and you're not going to really make a mistake. Algier or McKinnon. McKinnon for me, I like Algier a lot, but McKinnon is the player I'm not sitting, in a lot of these scenarios that people throw at me and I'm like, what are you doing? How are you going to sit McKinnon? How is McKinnon in this question? McKinnon's been balling like a monster. Algier McKinnon, yeah, no way, bro. CMC time says Sean probably. We'll see what he has in store for week 17. Joff. Favorite for the chip. DK, DJ Moore, B-Rob, Pacheco. Go B-Rob. Pacheco sits, right? Oh, okay, you choosing one to sit? I guess Pacheco, yeah. Or DJ Moore. Either one. Pick your poison there. Against McKinnon and nervous about it. Yeah, anybody going against McKinnon is going to be nervous about it. Dude's been playing running back 1, but, playing like a number 1 overall player for 2 straight weeks. And then last week he still did okay. Like he's a boss, man. Scott says Brady or Minshue. Give me Minshue, but Brady's not bad. Neither's a bad play. Both of them are very good. London, Deontay, Hollywood, Bam Knight need one for the flex. Give me London, baby. Give me London gold. I like him a lot this week. I like London quite a bit. Peanut Butter says, wipe your feet. We got 45 thumbs up. We got 140 of you in the room here, and only 45 thumbs up. Punch it, please. McKinnon does not make me nervous. Of what, 8 points? What are you talking about, bro? Hold on. We gotta have this read. There we go. We gotta have this read.
Travis Trilla McKinnon does not make me nervous of what, 8 points?
Let's try it one more time. I have it going so fast because I do speed reading stuff.
Travis Trilla McKinnon does not make me nervous of what, 8 points?
Travis, what are you talking about, bro? Read the room, Travis. What do you mean?
Take a look.
He's been an absolute monster, bro. He's been an absolute monster. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Oh, you're not. You hung up. Travis. What? 8 point. What am I scared of? A guy that's been the number 1 running back for 2 out of the last 3 weeks. Why does he scare me? 8 points? 8 points, Travis? Call in, Travis. Call in. Let's talk about it. Oh, man. You're petrified of McKinnon, bro. You're facing him and you're petrified of him. Purdy or Rashad or Mike White. I go Purdy. Purdy's safer. Travis says, to be fair, Smitty, I am a standard league. McKinnon is no joke, but it's Pacheco week. To be fair, I mean, maybe, bro, but McKinnon still, I would venture to say, in non-PPR, still absolutely smashing in that scoring format. even if you take away his receptions, bro. Pacheco could have a good day. I'm not saying he can't, but you better be scared of McKinnon. That's a foolish stance you have there. You got some anti-McKinnon goggles on there, Travis. Ron Navy, what's up? Yeah. I'm hoping not. I'm kind of making fun of him to anti-jinx it.
He started out training camp with the Detroit Lions. The Detroit didn't want to cut him, but they were kind of forced to. Maybe what he made was hard, but he's scrappy. He was good preseason.
Ziggy, show me the backyard.
Some preseason games.
Yeah, no, I kind of joke a little bit, like in hopes that I anti-jinx it, because I'm a Cardinal fan. I live in Arizona. I hope there's a little Kurt Warner in there. I'm hoping for it, Ron. But yeah, but why didn't they play him? I know teams do this all the time, but why didn't they play him? Why did they play McSorley?
I don't know.
You know, because they're the Cardinals. That's why. Ziggy, show me the backyard. We got it. We got a potential delivery or intruder. So we're just gonna check on which one it is. Ziggy off. It's probably Ron Navy at my front door.
They can't hear me. I guess my connection's on that.
I think they're saying that you're a little bit like. Let's see here. Ron Navy is totally in a submarine. Can't hear Ron. Okay, try calling back, Ron.
Yeah, all right.
I could hear him fine, but sometimes that acts weird. Teddy Bridgewater, Christian Watson in a Superflex. Teddy Bridgewater or Christian Watson in a Superflex. That's a tough one. I'd probably go Bridgewater. Well, I mean, in a Superflex, Bridgewater probably outscores Christian Watson. Even if Christian Watson has a good day in Superflex, Bridgewater is going to probably have 202. Maybe he has 1 or 2 interceptions, but he probably does have 1 or 2 touchdowns and 240 yards. You probably got to go Bridgewater. But and plus Christian Watson's banged up. I think he probably plays, but if he doesn't play, then it's answered for you. But Rock Out and Ron Navy on the phone. Rock Out, what's going on, pal?
Is there any concern with Eckler this week?
I mean, maybe a little bit. We're kind of waiting and seeing, but yeah, we'll have to see how important they feel this game is to them in terms of playing them. What's the implications on? They have no shot at gaining anything, right? In terms of seeding, it's.
I don't think so.
Ron, Ron on the Charger game?
I don't think so.
So I mean, I kind of feel like they're more worried about resting Eckler. I really think Hopkins could be a scratch last second. This has the makings of okay, Colt McCoy's out, my knee's bothering me. Why am I going to go out there and risk getting injured? Hopkins is looking out for the longer part of his the short end of his career where he wants to be dominant. I'm not saying he'll be for sure out, but I feel like there's a real good shot. And that would be bad for Blau if Blau is going to do something nice in this game, but we'll see.
He'll just use Dortch.
Maybe.
Dortch.
We got a unknown caller on the line. Intruder. Who are you, caller? What's your name? You're live.
This is Michael.
Michael, what's up, Michael? What can we do for you?
Hey, man. Got a couple questions for you. Been riding with you all year.
Attaboy.
Made it to the championship game. Minshue got me there. Lost Breece Hall earlier this year. Lost Jamar Chase for a while. The question is, I picked up Conklin just kind of to block him a little bit because I had a couple of roster spots that, obviously wasn't going to play. So I've got Conklin. I picked him up. Should I play him over Fireman?
No, I wouldn't. Ron, I'm sure Ron's going to say no. But I feel like he proved that the injury's not a concern anymore, but you never know. But Conklin's not like a guarantee of anything. I like that Mike White likes Conklin and they have a better rapport than Conklin would be not even a factor if Mike White was out, but I don't think you're sitting Muth. That'd be getting too cute, bro.
Okay. All right. Follow-up question.
Yeah.
It's a double flex league, so I've got an option of, let's see, either Juju, AJ Dillon, or Rashad White. I guess I have to go AJ Dillon there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I would. I mean, Rashad White's a good.
Oh,
good
well,
choice.
I'm sorry. Let me bring that back. Rewind. I'm sorry. It's Curtis Samuel, or Rashad White, or Juju.
Curtis Samuel, Rashad White, or Juju. Curtis Samuel, Rashad White, or Juju. I go Rashad White. So you don't even have AJ Dillon?
I do. I have him starting. I had to move stuff around because of the times. So I actually have him as my starter. I think for some reason.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah, because I got DK and Chase in the flexes, but they're obviously.
So revised question: Rashad White's the only guy I feel comfortable with at that point.
Okay.
All right, Michael.
So, Rashad White it is. Appreciate it, brother.
You don't think he has a chance of going off against Denver, Mahomes, Juju?
I mean, he could have a day. He didn't do well last week. I mean, he's inconsistent, but yeah, I mean, Juju's decent. What do you think KC's gonna do if they get up big? Like what, I don't know.
I think they just play up. I think they just keep playing.
They might. They could also sit everybody at halftime. I mean, you don't know. But I think
not like that.
I think Rashad White and Juju are very close. Okay, we got another caller, 480, fellow Arizonian. What can I do for you, pal?
Hey, Smitty. I'm in a Superflex league, and I just had a question for my last flex spot in a Superflex spot. I have Garrett Wilson, Jared McKinnon, Kenny Pickett, Kenneth Walker, and Drake London.
McKinnon, Garrett Wilson, Kenny Walker.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker.
This is all for one spot?
For two spots. So I have a Superflex spot and a wide receiver, running back, and tight end spot.
Okay, so it's McKinnon. Read them off again. McKinnon.
Yeah, McKinnon, Garrett Wilson, Kenny Pickett, Walker, London, and then Hawkinson.
Yeah, but I probably won't go.
Did you mean Pickens, or did you mean Kenny Pickett? The quarterback or the wide receiver?
Quarterback.
Yeah,
he means the quarterback. Man. First of all, I'm going to say McKinnon's my lock. I don't know. I want to say, part of me wants to say Garrett Wilson really bad. Part of me wants to say Walker super bad. This is a horrible situation for me because I refuse to sit any one of these three guys.
Mm-hmm.
Pickett's interesting because he's a quarterback, but I still feel like quarterback or not, Walker, Garrett Wilson, McKinnon can outscore him. What's Pickett averaging? Can you look at it on your app? Because scoring matters.
He's averaging around 14, 15 points.
Mm-hmm. What's Walker averaging? What's Garrett Wilson averaging in your app?
1370 for Kenneth Walker, and then Garrett Wilson is 1399.
What's his because he got going later too. It's so tough because Garrett Wilson's averaging below. He's probably going to score below 14, 15 points without Mike White. With Mike White, he could score so much more. Kenny Walker, man, that's factoring in a little bit of the beginning of the year and all that. I would say it's close because Superflex does make Pickett an option. Like you got to consider it because of Superflex, but I'm probably going to go with – it's PPR?
Yes, PPR.
Rock Out and Ron Navy, who are you picking here? Walker, Garrett Wilson, or Pickett? I feel like Ron Navy's going Pickett.
Walker. I like Walker.
Yeah. Does anybody consider going Walker and Garrett Wilson and leaving McKinnon on the bench? I wouldn't, but I'm just curious.
You can't take McKinnon right now.
I know.
You can't take him out.
I agree.
No, you can't take McKinnon out. I mean, really, between McKinnon and Walker, I mean, Pickett would be the odd man out of those three. I wish you could play all three.
Yeah, who can you take out and put one of those in? Like, who's your weakest link that you're not talking about? You're gonna if you tell me someone like Aaron Jones or something, I'm gonna lose it.
My weakest link, I have a pretty strong team. My weakest link is probably between Ramondre Stevenson or ETN.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but like Stevenson's, I don't know how I feel about him right now. I'm not saying I don't love him. You guys know how much I love Stevenson, but part of me's worried.
Mm-hmm.
A, this team is awful. B, I mean, we don't have any indication he's in the doghouse, but we also have no indication he's not. You know, because he's 2 weeks in a row, man.
But here, Belichick's not stupid, and he's not going to leave him on the bench when they still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's part of how I feel too. Can we go to the chat on this one? So is anybody, let's say we're going McKinnon and Walker, is anybody tempted to go Garrett Wilson over Stevenson? Anybody in the chat tempted to do that? I'm just curious because Garrett Wilson is such an amazing play with Mike White in there. He's potentially a wide receiver 1. This guy playing in a grandma league for sure. What's your name, bro?
He is. Mike White's been out for a week. We don't know how he's going to be coming off that rib injury, and his timing might be messed up a little bit. So that would be a variable I would look at.
What did you say your name was, bro?
Lee.
Lee. All right, Lee. Man. Let's
If
see what
I
the
were
chat.
to take Walker over Wilson, that would be the reason.
Mealy says yes. Wilson with Mike White is no joke, says Shining. Wilson. Folk missed extra point. He's not getting bench. Okay. But I don't want to bench Stevenson, says Sam. Sam says Mike White, Garrett Wilson, 10 plus. Okay. It's a mixed bag. Garrett Wilson over McKinnon easy, says Kirk. Kirk, have you been watching what McKinnon's been doing? I mean, it could be, the part of me does wonder what KC does with their starters again, like at halftime, if they're up by like 30 points or something. But if they're up 30 points, that means they all did pretty good. But still, there's a lot of mouths to feed still. I don't know. It's in New England against the Dolphins. Stevenson's capable of 170 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he's also capable of this is going to sound crazy, but if it was me, and I want you to call back in tomorrow night, Lee, because I could be wavering on this. Like, I probably won't get a wink of sleep tonight, Lee, because I'm going to be thinking about this question all night long. I'm joking.
All right.
I really don't. I really will sleep like a baby. But I want you to call back in tomorrow. Right now, I'm leaning McKinnon, Walker, Garrett Wilson. I love Garrett Wilson. I love Garrett Wilson with Mike White. It's a whole different ball game. Guys, I forgot. Scott's got a $20 hauler sitting on screen. Trucker just dropped another $20 hauler. Scott, are you here? The disrespect to Scott's super chat that's been sitting on here on screen the whole time. My money. I'm gonna have to do this old school style. First of all,
Mashed potatoes.
yeah, buddy. Appreciate you, Scott. And then Trucker. Thank you, Trucker. Appreciate you making it rain in the studio. The disrespect. Is Scott still here? Scott, where are you? Scott's question is, Scott says PPR, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Scott's here. He says no problem. He's a very casual, laid-back guy. He doesn't care. Barkley, Kamara, Walker, Dylan, Akers, Godwin, Metcalf, Higgins. Love your show. The show loves you back, Scott. I'm going to go Barkley and Walker as my 2 RBs. I'm going to go Godwin and Higgins as my 2 wide receivers, or Metcalf. Godwin and Higgins as my 2 wide receivers, and my flex is going to be Metcalf. So you're starting all 3 of the wide receivers. I'm tempted to go Dylan. I'm kind of not tempted to go Kamara with your depth. I mean, you don't need to even mess around with Kamara. You've got such a good team. Kamara can go sit on the bench, and you could care less. Some people can't afford to do that. You can. Kamara, get out of here. Your team's so good. Metcalf or Dylan, I probably go Metcalf for now, Scott, but that's a great question, and maybe the chat can chime in if they like it differently. Trucker says, who? Mike White or Minshue? Give me Minshue. I love Mike White. I'm worried about one shot, and he's out. He got knocked out twice the last game he played, and he's a trooper, but he's barely getting cleared to play. I like him a lot, but that worries me enough to say give me Minshue, who's probably going to do just as well anyway. If Mike White explodes, Minshue could still explode, and Minshue's got a lot less risk. And they need to win this game so badly with Minshue. I'm going to go Minshue, Trucker. I appreciate you for the $20 hauler, my guy. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to Lee. Lee, please call in tomorrow, okay?
No. All right, sounds good. Thanks, Smitty.
All right, later, pal.
All right, later.
That's a tough one. I know Stevenson and Garrett Wilson. That's no easy question. PPR, Singletary or Dobbins. I go Dobbins. Days full. I go
but you kind of, Smitty.
What?
You kind of just answered it yourself. With taking Minshew over Mike White because of Mike White concerns. If something happens to Mike White, Garrett Wilson goes, ooh.
Not necessarily.
So the safer play would be Walker.
Well, not necessarily though, because there's risk involved with Stevenson that you're not factoring into that little equation you got there. Because there's risk involved that Stevenson is in the doghouse. So Stevenson, the Mike White concern, the Minshew's different question, totally compartmentalized in a different way. I'm worried about Stevenson's potential doghouse situation, and I don't know that I haven't heard anything, but it's just. The guy's been making mistakes, and Belichick's not one to allow that for very long. I mean, he's put people on the bench before for a single fumble. And so I'm just a little concerned. And then also, I just don't like the state of this offense at all. And if they get down early, which I fully anticipate the Patriots to be playing from behind, whether it's by 7 points and it's a close game all game, I don't know. Because Bridgewater's amazing quarterback, but he's good enough. This is a track meet, a track and field team still. They're very fast, very quick. Bridgewater's competent, and I just feel like there's a whole lot of risk for Stevenson, and so the Garrett Wilson risk is still there, but I think they're very arguable. Again, they're near even. They're near even for me. I like Stevenson a ton. King says I've got Stevenson in 5 leagues and I'm not playing him in a single league. Why? I'm a little curious on that. Like you have situations that are all so much better than that. Like that's crazy. 49ers or Giants D, 49ers D. I like both of them, but 49ers might win a lot of championships this week. We got a caller on hold. 214 area code. Who are you? Speak your name. You're live.
Hey, what's going on, Smitty? This is Andrew.
Andrew, what's up?
Man, a little dilemma, quarterback, and then real quick, I got Justin Fields and Joe Burrow. I played Fields last week, and he kind of threw me a dud, so I'm not sure about this week who should go with.
Well, how did Burrow do last week? Pretty good is the answer. Pretty good is the answer. Get burrowed. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it. Get burrowed. I mean, I like Fields as much as the next guy, bro, but Burrow just dropped fire last week, and you benched him, and now you're considering benching him again.
Yeah, man. So I've been only a couple weeks I played Fields. I think when they played Detroit the last time around, he did pretty good for me. But after that, I've been sticking with Burrow. And I don't know what to win Fields this week. I had a hunch, but
yeah, I like Fields this week. I mean, the Detroit Lions, right? They
yes, sir.
They gave up. We calculated it was 7,454 yards last week on the ground. So Fields is a fantastic play, but he still has very little weapons. He's still trying to carry the entire team on his back, and Burrow's dropping fire, man. Just dropping fire. Not to mention, he's the better play, so I'm not picking this as the reason. He's the better play anyway. But on top of all that, if it was like even Steven, he plays in the final game, bro. He plays in the final game. You get to sit back and say, I need 12 points from Joe Burrow and I win this game. Unless he's got a bunch of players in that game as well. Does he? Does he have Josh Allen and Diggs and all that?
No, the guy playing. I think he's playing Dak Prescott, who he did all right, Thursday, but he had Dalton Schultz and Brett Maher. They both kind of set him up pretty good already.
Yeah, you're set, bro. Go Joe Burrow. Go Joe Burrow. Go what?
Go.
Right, and then
what, Ron?
Joe Burrow.
What'd you say, Ron?
I was just wondering if this is Maxima on the phone.
Maxima? No, it's Andrew. Unless his last name is Maxima.
Yeah, it's Andrew.
Is your last name Maxima?
That's weird. No, because in IG, I noticed IG Maxima put the same question, Joe Burrow or Justin Fields. So I thought maybe his IG name might have been Maxima.
Oh. All right, appreciate you. It sounds like you're smoking a bowl or something, bro. We're gonna let you go. Appreciate you, Andrew. Later.
All right, man. Thank you.
Like bubbling over there. We don't do that on this show, bro. This is a semi-family show. Okay. Third year in a row. Do I start Cousins or Purdy? You're going Cousins, right, Ron?
Cousins are who?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and it's a $20 hauler, so.
Balling last couple weeks.
Yeah, buddy. Appreciate you, Teddy. Teddy, my dude. My dude dropping it. Playing for the third year in a row. Do I start Cousins or Brock Purdy? Rest of my team is McCaffrey, Connor, Diggs, Chase, Freiermuth, Keenan Allen, A.J. Brown. The kicker known as Dicker. 49ers defense. Bro, you're going to smoke. Just like the last caller did. You're going to absolutely smoke this guy in your matchup, bro. This is a squad. What a squad.
You got a stack, though, with McCaffrey. If you go with Purdy, you got the stack of Purdy McCaffrey.
I mean, you could. I think Purdy's a safe play, but I mean, Cousins has been balling. I don't know. I don't know about.
If the weather is bad in Green Bay, go with Purdy.
I could get behind that.
Yeah, go by the weather.
The only problem is that if Purdy goes nuts, I mean, I guess he could throw touchdowns to McCaffrey, so they could go nuts together. I don't mind either one. They're both great. They're both great plays. I feel like Cousins is just proven he needs to be in the lineup. I'm surprised Ron Navy's even contemplating letting weather affect him in his Cousins obsession. I mean, you love Cousins.
I'll go Cousins.
I do. I'm just throwing out some of that psychology out there.
Okay. Just checking on you, Ron, making sure you're okay. Wise says pick 2 wide receivers in a flex: Hollywood, Chark, Christian Watson, Dotson, Dillon, Akers, Komet, Algier. 2 wide receivers in a flex. So you're going to go with Christian Watson if he's starting, locked and loaded. Dotson and Chark, I could go either way. Chark had a 100-yard game last week. Dotson's been playing very well the last few weeks. I do like Dotson. Pick your poison there. Your flex play is probably going to be Algier for safety. Dillon is a little higher risk, but maybe even a tad more reward than Algier. But Algier's still got good upside and good ceiling anyway. I guess I go Algier. You could also go Oh, no, you need 2 wide receivers. Yeah, I'd probably go Algier and Watson, and then the wide receiver Chark. You guys like Chark or Dotson more?
Dotson, because I think Wentz likes him pretty more than the other guy. So,
right.
But we'll see.
C-Rob, $10 hauler, $10 haulers get moonshots.
To the moon.
Appreciate you to the moon, my guy, C-Rob. I lost Pollard last night, so do I start Singletary or Moss at running back? Probably Singletary, and that gives you that final, word at the end of the day on Monday night. I just don't trust anything Colts related, bro. No thanks. Singletary's not an amazing play, though, so I don't know if there's a way to look for something else. I need 2 flex if Watson doesn't play. I have Dobbs, Chark, Dotson, and London. I'm going London. I feel like London's really showing out, and he'll continue to as the Falcons, exploit the Cardinals for one, but also try and utilize these rookies and see what's what for 2023. And he's been playing great. He's on the same track that Christian Watson and Garrett Wilson and these rookies have been on. He's just delayed. So I think his breakout party's happening right now. Dobbs, if Christian Watson sits, I think Dobbs is safe. I still think Dotson and Chark are just as good of plays, if not maybe a touch more upside maybe, but maybe Dobbs is safer because I think Aaron Rodgers will feed him plenty. Do you guys go Dobbs if Christian Watson sits? Do you go Dobbs over Chark and Dotson? Hello?
I don't know.
Oh.
No, I'd probably go the other way. I mean, I like Dobbs, but I don't think he's up. I don't know. I don't think he's. I think Lazard will get more targets if Watson don't play.
Torch, Aaron Jones, White, or London. I'm going to go London. Appreciate you. I don't know if I already answered that one. Daniel with a $5 hauler. Similar question, different league. Andrews, Hollywood. Did I already answer this? No, I don't think I did. Similar question, different league. Send Andrews, Hollywood, get Christian McCaffrey, Zay Jones. So this is in his dynasty league, and he wants to win now. So send Andrews into Hollywood, get CMC and Zay. I take CMC and Zay in a heartbeat, even in dynasty. Absolutely. Because you don't even know what Andrews' value is anymore. Even in dynasty, you don't know. So that's a steal. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's in a redraft format is top 4 overall. And so even if you take that redraft thinking into one more year of your dynasty league, bro, Zay and CMC, you're crushing it. The pot's $250. Do it. Do it. Go get CMC. You're not even ruining your future with that trade. It's a great trade. Have a cup of coffee on me, sir, says Waldo. Appreciate you, Waldo, for dropping that $5 hauler. Thank you, my guy. You are the man. Waldo. I might get a Mexican Coke or two, though, instead of a coffee, if that's okay. Jaime, London, Hollywood, Deontay. I assume that's Deontay Johnson. Bam Knight. I'm going London. And then Bam is my next up. Bam. And then,
you know what, Smitty?
What?
Call me crazy. I got a gut feeling, though, that these Atlanta players might not have as great a game as you might think. I think because it's JJ's last 2 games, I think the defense is going to be stoked to send them out, and the defense is going to be playing tough. That's just a gut feeling.
Maybe. Pick 2 out of these 3: B-Rob, Zay, Tyler Algier. That's a really tough one. Probably your safe plays are Algier and B-Rob, but I mean, I like Zay as much. So honestly, if it's PPR, I might lean Zay and B-Rob, I guess. And that's somebody that loves Algier this week, so I don't know. They're all really close, bro. They're all really close. Hector, you're on the phone live with Ron Navy. Rock out. Your boy Smitty.
Go. What's up, boys?
What's
I
up,
called you
Hector?
earlier in the week. I don't know if you remember, but
Not really.
I have a dilemma. I don't know if I should start Minshue or Jared Goff for the championship. Is it close? Is it like a 50-50 kind of thing for you?
Yeah, I mean, I probably lean Minshue. The Eagles got to win this game, or they really badly want to win this game. Not that Detroit's not going to try and win this game too, but Detroit's been kind of spotty. I mean, Goff does end up doing well even when they play like crap. But yeah. I just feel like Minshue is probably the safer play, and I feel like both of them have the same upside.
Safety, yeah, I need safety right now because CeeDee Lamb gave me a good amount of points, 22, and then the guy I'm playing played Haskins, and he only gave him like 7 points. So I'm looking good. I just got to play safe players. So I'm thinking Minshue.
Yeah. I mean, it's in Detroit. It's in Detroit though against Chicago. It's a good matchup. I mean, I don't say it was an easy Minshue. Like, oh yeah, for sure. Like I feel like both are gonna. This could be like we were saying earlier in the week, Ron. This could be one of those things where it's like both of them score the same. You know, I don't think there's a wrong answer. Both are good.
Yeah.
Goff's been showing out all year.
Last week they had like similar points. They all both had 3 TDs and
yeah, they're both 2 to 3 TD capable. They're both got the same risk level in my opinion.
Yeah.
Go with your gut because I'm on the fence. Go with your gut. I would go Minshue, but that's me.
Okay, sounds good. And then one more question. So, I got to play 2 out of these 3 running backs. So I got McCaffrey. He's going to be my running back 1. And then I'm going to play another running back and then as my flex another running back. So I'm going to do it's between Kenneth Walker, Akers, or Algier. What do you think?
I'm not sitting Kenny Walker, bro. No,
You
sir.
can't?
I cannot. No, sir.
I know, because I know how much we've been liking Kenny Walker this whole season, but
Yes,
I feel like he has a tougher matchup. But I feel like Algier could be risky too, you know?
Let me hold on. I'm gonna play a little game. I'm gonna press a random button on my board. Any button.
Kenneth Skywalker.
Hector, you did it. You did it, Hector.
My
Hector, he did it. It's very simple, Hector. Very simple, Hector. All right, Ron Navy, rock out.
Yeah.
Boys, anything else?
Are you concerned about Diggs being out?
Am I concerned about Diggs being out?
Yeah.
No. Should I be rock out, you think?
Probably not.
Okay. There's something I should know about? It's just an illness.
I thought he was like hurt or illness or something.
Yeah, it's just an illness. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. We'll address it if there's anything bigger going on. Oh, David's on the line. David, I forgot you were there, pal. David, what can we do for you?
Hey, Smitty.
Hi, David.
Missed the show, man, for the past week. Been on vacation with the missus, so it's good to be back, bro.
We forgive you.
Got a question. So, had to sit Derek out Thursday night. So basically, for my running back position, I've got McKinnon in there, but I've also got Ramondre, and he's kind of scaring me right now. So basically, my question is, would you be okay? I got Pacheco on my bench, so I'm thinking about maybe starting Pacheco with McKinnon. I mean, that's not something I'm crazy about, but I just don't have a lot of faith in Ramondre right now. So
Yeah, but enough. I have enough faith in him over that situation. I think that's getting too creative. Like, could it work out for you at the end of the day? Like, if McKinnon didn't do well and they just ran the ball with Stevenson, they gave him 22 carries, it could save you in one sense, but Stevenson could get that exact same line, and McKinnon is more likely to explode. So give me Stevenson and McKinnon all day. They're both top 10 running back plays. I worry about Stevenson. I didn't mean to create a panic, if anybody's watching and they have Stevenson. It's more so when you're talking about Stevenson versus like another really amazing option like Garrett Wilson or McKinnon. But I'm starting Stevenson and McKinnon with a smile,
Yeah, I was just, worried about his ankle. It wasn't looking good. Basically, the guy was playing, for the championship. He had three of his guys playing last night. He had Zeke, Gallup, and CD, and he got 30 points. I ended up taking Schultz out for Goddard, but I still feel good about my matchup and winning this week. So basically, I was thinking maybe put Pacheco in just to not necessarily take the ceiling, but just take the floor but
that might be digging a bigger hole. I don't know. I think I stay away from that idea. But that's me.
Well, look what you just did before you took Schultz out, right? You put Goddard in. Schultz went
Well,
off.
I put Goddard in last week, Ron Navy, because I was excited about him coming back with Minshue because they had good chemistry from last year, especially with that Jets game. And I got more points with Goddard last week than Schultz, but it kind of backfired on me this week.
So what are you going to do when you take Stevenson out and set him for Pacheco and Stevenson goes off and has a 200-yard game again?
I mean, I get it, and I would never even think about doing that. I've rode with Ramondre all year, just with his ankle situation.
Hey,
it just kind of got me worried.
Yeah, I would just keep the faith, start your studs, and unless we hear something that there's some questions about workload or something, which we are not hearing a single thing on, go Stevenson. But I will say that, hey, Goddard still gets to play his game. Don't be too upset about that. Maybe he has 120 yards and a touch, and it ends up being a similar, kind of outing. So that wasn't a crazy move. Like if I was, and I'm sure I was, maybe you even asked me yourself, but if I was asked before that game, Schultz or Goddard, I was wavering like a madman because those are both amazing plays.
Yeah, I actually did last week, Smitty. I asked you that, and the only reason that I even went with Goddard coming back from that from the injury was because of him and Gardner's chemistry that they had last year. Dallas set the most receiving yards and touchdown in his career with Minshue. So
yeah, Minshue and Goddard are a good combo. So hopefully it does well for you. I mean Schultz is steady and he was a good play, but I think it could still work out. But don't create a problem for yourself here. Like you would lose sleep at night if you sat Stevenson and he had 200 yards rushing. You'd lose sleep.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be that mad at yourself, even after calling into the show, putting it on record that you're contemplating this. I don't think you're gonna be that mad at yourself if Pacheco outscores Stevenson. I just think you can justify it. You can be look, Stevenson was the right play. Everybody thought so. So it's nothing you're doing wrong. The only thing you're getting too creative on is going with two. You have McKinnon, right? Yeah, you're going with two running backs on the same team. On a team that may or may not, we don't know, this is speculation too, may or may not play their starters the whole game if they get out to a huge lead. Now, maybe Pacheco is the guy they keep on the field. I don't know. Like, you never know. But you can't sit Stevenson, not unless you get some clear indication he's going to be limited because of fumbling and all that.
Yeah, and I've been trying to pay attention to make sure Damian Harris isn't coming back as well. I was going to play a part in this one.
All right, David. Appreciate you.
If it all goes wrong, I'll just blame Ron Navy, and then I can sleep at night.
Yeah, blaming Ron Navy is the easiest. That's the easiest thing to do anyway.
Don't blame me. Well, you're kicking.
All right, see you, fellas.
Later, David. All right, we got one more caller, and then I'm going to close the phone lines down. You're live with Ron Navy. Rock out. What can we do for you? What's your name?
Charles.
What's up, Charles?
How you doing?
Good, man.
Question I ask you. So I have a quarterback issue, either Justin Fields or Minshue.
Now, that one's tougher. That one's tougher because that's not Burrow or Fields. That's Minshue and Fields. And I like Minshue, but I think Fields counts as one of those start your studs.
Okay.
But
and then
it's close, man.
Wide receivers, I have a question. So I have Jefferson, but I need 2 wide receivers. So I have St. Brown, Higgins, and Dotson.
St. Brown, Higgins.
Which 2 would you?
Yeah. Start your studs, bro. I mean, Dotson could outscore either one, but you can't sit Higgins or St. Brown. That's just, they got you here. Those are your studs. Anything can happen. You know, you'll be mad at me till the end of time if Dotson goes nuts and has 2 TDs and 100 yards, but 8 times out of 10 at least, you're going to get it right if you're going with the studs.
Okay. Well, have a good New Year.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later, Charles.
You too.
No problem.
All right, Rock Out. Anything final, Rock Out, before I let you jump?
Are we wavering on DK versus matchup against Gardner?
DK, a little bit. Depends on your option.
Would you play Zay or Dotson over him?
Oof. Probably not, but I would be tempted to play Zay. I like Zay a lot, but I think DK's the play. You know, we don't even fully know what kind of what kind of coverage he's going to get all game long. Like, we could speculate, but I think everyone's speculating if he's going to be locked down all game. Is they're going to move him all around the field? But I do like Zay a lot. I do.
Yeah.
All right, Rock Out. Appreciate you. I'll be back tonight. We're gonna do some mitten drafts tonight. So everybody, go click on this link right here and get signed up and ready to rumble. Because if you don't, you're gonna be sorry that you didn't click on this link now and get signed up and ready to go. Because we're going to be jumping straight in them, and if you're not ready and signed up on Underdog Fantasy, you won't get into these drafts with us. You're going to be too late. You're going to click on it. It's going to say sign up, and you're going to be like, oh, I didn't do it ahead of time when Smitty told me to. So click the link I just pinned in the live chat, Underdog Fantasy. The link is in the description if you're watching a replay. It's Underdog Fantasy. Click the link. Sign up. Minimum $10 deposit. $10 deposit's the minimum, but they'll match up to $100 dollar for dollar on your first deposit with them if you're new to Underdog. So go to the link that's pinned in the live chat or in the description. Get ready. We're doing Underdog drafts, baby. We're doing Underdog. There was a question here. We're doing mitten drafts. Playoff, fantasy football playoff drafts. They're phenomenal. They're fantastic. This question from Michael I was going to answer. Do I play Minshue rather than Goff? I mean, you heard us debate this one earlier. I go Minshue, but super close. My opponent has A.J. Brown and Goddard on his squad. Well, that's interesting. I usually don't let that affect me too much, but the problem is, like, the other component, like, there's something to say about that. Like, hey, you put Minshue in, you're going to cancel out everything, but it also limits you. Like, let's say his entire team does very well aside from these players and yours doesn't. Now you can't catch him. Whereas if Minshue goes out and has a bad game and you've got, you know, your quarterback in there, Goff, and then Goff goes nuts and then you win the game. So it's like, it's not as easy as to say, oh, you can neutralize this or neutralize that. It's not that easy. Do you guys go Goff in this situation to almost unneutral, like, do the opposite? Goddard and A.J. Brown, and he's going to play Minshue. I just don't know if I like that. If your team's better overall, maybe you do it, but I think if there's a chance he has a better team, I don't think it helps you to have the quarterback. Like, you need somebody that's going to do well or better than Minshue in hopes that Minshue has a bad game. In this situation, I might go Goff.
I personally like Goff. I mean, Goff. I mean, against Carolina, he came back. They were down. He came back to 3 touchdowns, over 300 yards. Playing in the Dome in Detroit. Yeah. I like Goff.
Yeah. In this situation, I'm going to go golf. All right, drop the golf emojis. All right. Ron Navy, rock out. Appreciate you both. I'll see you tonight for some mitten drafts, okay?
Mittens, let's go.
Hey, Charles, you still there? Charles, you got anything else?
Hello?
What's up, Charles?
Hello?
Hello? You got anything else, Charles?
Hello? No, this is Charles, me. This is Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. Why do I have this as Charles? Okay, Oscar, what can we do for you?
Hey, what's up? First time caller. Appreciate you taking me on here at the last minute. And I want to say thank you first and foremost. I didn't get a chance to get the playoffs, unfortunately. Got the third due to the cold weather game. But wanted to thank you for a great season. This is for me first time coming on board with the Smitty train. So appreciate all that you do, Smitty. Definitely looking forward to seeing your 2023 content.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
And I did have a question. Just more so, looking into 2023, I wanted to hear your thoughts in regards to Gabe Davis. I did have him in my lineup throughout the season, kind of disappointed outside of that big game he had. I believe it was week 3 or week 4. But, I just wanted to get your thoughts in regards to that.
I mean, I appreciate you, man. And I like Gabe Davis. He's obviously been very disappointing this year in general. Nobody spent a huge draft pick, type of value on him though. So I think people that are that disappointed in him. I mean, you draft him as a flex, but I think he does have a good future. He just got to clean up some of his game. His foot's on the line constantly. He's dragging his foot out of bounds. He's got a lot of opportunities that he just lets slip through his fingers. It's kind of frustrating. If you watch a full Buffalo game, you'll see him. His foot's on the line. You're like, dude, you're a professional athlete. You're in the NFL. Keep your feet in bounds. What are you doing? He'll drop footballs. He's had 3 or 4 touchdowns opportunities where that's happened throughout the year. So, it is what it is. I mean, he's mistake prone. But he's also playing with one of the best quarterbacks and gunslingers in the entire National Football League in a high-octane offense, and he's the number 2 wide receiver. And Diggs played very healthy football all year. If he ever went down, he'd be vaulted into a high-end wide receiver 2, category. I still very much like him as a flex walking into 2023, and then hope for more, any given game when he gets leaned upon. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to cost you much. People are so disappointed in him this year that I think he's probably going to be a steal, but maybe somebody you question whether you put him in each week until he proves himself, if he ever does. So, very low-risk guy.
Right. No, I hear you. I'm going to watch some of those games. It would be heartbreaking, man. I would have a couple points that I needed to get above my opponent. And,
I hear you.
Seeing those plays, like you said, he's getting his feet out of bounds.
I hear you, man.
He's a missing target, It's heartbreaking stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Smitty. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Oscar. Later. All right, Ron Navy and Rock Out, I'm going to see you tonight, all right?
All right, later.
Later, guys. Mittens tonight. Get ready. Get your mittens on. All right, later.
All right.
Get your cold weather mittens on. We're gonna be doing best ball drafts tonight. Link is pinned in the live chat. Matching up to $100 if your first deposit. Underdog will, if you're new to Underdog, and sign up now so that you're not unprepared when we say click the link and go, and you're like, I gotta sign up. Kenny Powers says, can't stress this enough. This season is our best content. Take your teams to the moon. Draft prep, prospects, breakdowns, breakouts. Don't sleep on the off season. The off season is going to be amazing. Get ready for it. Thank you, Kenny. And Lewis, $5 holler. Smitty, I am depressed. Pick 2, Pacheco, AJ, Swift, Dobbins. This is pissing you off. I would say AJ Dillon and Dobbins are your safest plays. If you want to go a little high risk, go AJ Dillon and Swift. But AJ Dillon and Dobbins are probably your 2 safest plays. Pacheco and Dobbins are kind of similar. Can we get a vote on this one for Lewis? Which 2 are you starting? AJ. I'm sure that's not AJ Brown. It's got to be AJ Dillon. Can you guys pick two of these players? If it's AJ Dillon or AJ Brown, he's a lock, but it's AJ Dillon. Pick two, please. Please vote for Lewis. He needs your help. Lewis, I appreciate you. Check the chat on the way out the door. Please hit that thumb up button. There's 134 of you still in here, only 89 thumbs up. Please punch that thumb up button on your way out the door. I will see you all tonight. People are getting burrowed left and right, and people are going to remember it.
Get burrowed.